Now, ladies and gentlemen, the next contest is scheduled for one fall with a 10-minute time limit. Introducing in the corner to my right from Panama City, weighing 220 pounds, here is Steve King. And his opponent, just coming down the aisle, he is being led into the ring by his manager, the fashion plate of wrestling, Fred Blassie. And here he is from Los Angeles, California, weighing 340 pounds, making his first appearance in this arena. Here is Big John Studd.
My goodness. Talk about a monster.
He is a monster.
Look at him. He's a giant. He's towering over Freddie Blassie. King looks up at him. John Studd puts the bat mouth on some fans about ringside.
Well, I tell you, Steve King doesn't know what to make of that. Boy, he's less than half the size.
What was his weight again? 340 pounds. Oh, what a monster. Let's see if he's put together in any fashion. Yes, sir. That looks like it's 340 pounds of muscle. Freddie Blassie, few last-minute instructions. And we'll look forward to seeing this man in action. Big John Studd against Steve King. We'll have action momentarily.
This Thursday night, it is Thanksgiving night for the Holiday Wrestling Spectacular at the Philadelphia Spectrum. There will be no live telecast of this event, and it's definitely worth the trip to see the likes of the midgets on the card. Rocky Johnson battling Mr. Fuji. Pedro Morales defending the Intercontinental title against Mr. Saito. Chief Jay Strongbow battling superstar Billy Graham. Captain Louis Albano and Ray the Crippler Stevens opposing Buddy Rogers and Superfly Snuka. And ladies and gentlemen, Bob Backlund, Playboy Buddy Rose, the main event. This Thursday night at the Philadelphia Spectrum, the championship matchup, lumberjack style.
Big John Studd is a giant.
He sure is, but I'll tell you what. Guess he's just going to play with Steve King. He can get mean at times, John Studd can, but right now he's just letting Steve King come to him.
Freddie Blassie really is proud of this man. A little time for consultation now, as if John Studd needs it. Studd just talking about, actually more sauntering. Steve King certainly now getting behind this man, but that won't mean anything against a man like John Studd. We've seen that move before by a man considerably larger than John Studd, whose first name happens to be Andre.
Exactly. Oh, no way.
That's a joke. Drop kick, and he just shakes it off. Big John Studd now. Hurls Steve King to the ropes. Ooh. Shoulder block. He was moving, and he could have knocked over a brick wall. John Studd scoops him up, way up. Has him upside down. Rams him. Then down to the canvas. John Studd drops the elbow. Could have had a 3 count.
Well, I tell you, now it's the other way around. John Studd is moving. He's moving forward.
Look at that. Spins him around almost 360 degrees.
Oh, he's a big man.
Studd incidentally listed at 6 feet 10 inches in height. Ooh, my. Forearm clothesline almost decapitated Steve King.
I wonder what size shoes he wears. He's got huge hands also, big hands.
Big John Studd with Steve King across the back, breaker fashion, and that's all she wrote. It's all over. There's a good look at that. What a massive man.
That's a long way up to be suffering from a backbreaker, I'll tell you.
It's going to be a long way down, too, I'm afraid. And look at this, John Studd walking around the ring, holding Steve King up there in a trophy-like fashion.
And Vince, this is very painful, that backbreaker. Really painful. And he's just walking around with Steve King finally dropping like a bag.
Big John Studd victorious as we get the official time.
Here is the time, 3 minutes and 38 seconds, and here is the winner, Big John Studd.
Big, massive man, Big John Studd. We'll take a look at the way he polished off Steve King. Here, comes down and very easily first compresses his man from there right up to the shoulder. Big John Studd looks like he's going to be round for a while. We'll be back as we continue with Ray.